Track is a SaaS product. It's built on a platform that quantifies your brand's impact on culture and vice versa. We've been using a beta version of this product with a few different partners since January, really. And already the results and impact have been really good. And we've had 2 partners already use it for quantifying their impact at the Super Bowl. 2 partners that happen to have 2 of the most talked about Super Bowl moments this year, as well as partners incorporating it into their global brand tracking and measurement programs, as well as brands using it to track campaigns and competitors, but also some really interesting use cases around brands using it to track talent and trends and ambassadors and athletes too. So that's how it's been used, but rather than just talk at you and tell you how it all works, I'd rather than just tell you, I thought we could show you instead. So I thought I'd give you a little demo. So this is Track. You access Track via our website where you can log in once you're set up as a subscriber. Once you're in, you'll be presented with an at-a-glance view of 5 key areas of culture that Track currently analyzes. These are cultural breadth, how's your brand driving cultural impact across the 12 areas of culture that we track. Cultural depth, how deeply embedded is your brand in a given area of culture. Heat, how hot is your brand? What's the energy like? Share of culture, how's your brand showing up versus competitors and what's its share of culture? And finally, cultural equity, which is our proprietary metric that takes the results of those previous data points and turns them into a single trackable metric. So let's dive in. So as you tap into breadth, you'll see which areas of culture your brand is currently having an impact in. This is all quantified with real-time data and updated live. The nav bar at the bottom will give you the ability to change your period of time you're analyzing, and you can switch between absolutes and proportions. And below the graph is a ranked breakdown of each of the 12 areas of popular culture too. Swipe menu at the top, you can start to switch between looking at how competitors are showing across broad popular culture too. So you get to really dig into like how the competition are doing. If you've got campaigns in here, you can look at how different campaigns are showing up too. Within depth, this is how your brand is driving impact in a specific area. In this last example, we're looking at Alpro and food culture. Similar graphs, similar analysis tools to breadth, but this section is all about analyzing a deeper level in culture. So this is about looking within food and then within food at the different depths of there. Within heat, this section helps us understand how your brand impact changes over time. We can break this down by month, by week, or by day. Separates the type of heat too, so breaking apart platforms, publishers, and people with high impact versus those with a lower impact. And what we're really hoping to see here is as much heat from as many high cultural impact platforms as possible. The greater the heat, the more influential your brand is on popular culture. And we also give a ranked breakdown of the charts too and the places that are driving that. Next up is share of culture. Now, this is pretty self-explanatory. It's a visualization tool to analyze how your brand stacks up in its impact on popular culture versus a given set of competitors. You can amend the set using the drop-down menu. You can also edit the time period you want to analyze, as well as switching between absolutes and proportions too. It's all pretty straightforward, but all super compelling insights. So it's starting to quantify your performance against the competition. And finally is our proprietary metric for tracking your brand's impact on popular culture, cultural equity score. This single metric takes all of the data that we've seen in the previous 4 sections and gives them each a specific weighting based on their importance and combines them to give an index score out of 100. Again, you can analyze data over different time windows, as well as looking at the cultural equity of competitors too. And what we're really hoping to see here from a brand perspective is 2 things. The first is like spikes in score when marketing or product activities live. And the second, really, probably the most important, I'd say, is like long-term upward trends in overall cultural equity. We're also currently in beta testing with 2 different partners to integrate this data with search and sales data too, and the results so far have been super promising. We can see that there's definitely a relationship between these things. There'll be loads more to come on that, but for now, we're really excited to be introducing this single metric for tracking your brand's performance in popular culture. And what's more, this is super important. I'd be so happy to share the breakdown of the methodology too. Like, I think partnerships built on honesty. And so the transparency of the approach is super important to us. The sources of data, the way that we calibrate it, the sort of the weighting of each of those things is really important.